gente, hoje Davis veio conversar e vai falar sobre sua experiência sobre se casar com uma estrangeira, incluindo o método de Platão. Então eu espero que vocês gostem muito, ok? Beijão.
Hey guys, this is Davis. I just recently read Plato's analogy of the cave and the people in the cave. And I wanted to make some comparisons of that analogy to my own life. The cave, the people, they see shadows and they kind of just make it out to be what they think it is. And they've been there for a long time, and one day a prisoner or a person of the cave gets let go, goes out and sees exactly what they're seeing, but through the light. It takes a while. He goes up to the water or sees his own reflection and sees things and is just mesmerized about what he sees and truth and about everything. And one day he decides to go back to the cave. He wants to show the people and say, hey, it's totally different. It's not what we thought. And the people are just kind of so judgmental, and they almost to an ignorance, and they totally just kind of bash everything he's saying, and he wants to show them so bad and how enlightened he is, literally from the light. And it takes him a while to see that they're kind of struggling and why they're struggling to understand what he's telling them. And it kind of hit me because how I met my wife was we talked through Facebook, and we talked for months and months, and I didn't even really before that think, oh my gosh, I talked to somebody from Brazil is where she's from, and specifically a city in the Amazon rainforest called Manaus, and it's a city of 3 million people. And I never really even thought I'd even go out of the country to meet somebody, or let alone date them and eventually marry them. And at first my family, they were open to it. My parents were fine to it. But really the comparison of that analogy to my life, and that is that my friends and my co-workers, they were happy for me, and they were happy to see ooh, ah, and similar to the people in the cave, they were seeing what they were perceiving. My friends were kind of like the people in the cave, perceiving what they saw through the media, and they show us bad and what's good, but at the same time, it's not all of what the media said. As far as the city goes, I didn't get kidnapped, and I didn't drink bad water and things like that. There's actually more culture there than this city I'm from, which is Wichita. And I just thought it was so enlightening to go there, because it's pretty funny. My wife and I joke about how I was I didn't really think this, but I was like, wow, they have all these things that the news makes it out to be a third world country, at some points, and how it's just, if it's not in Rio or a city called Sao Paulo, that it's just totally closed up. Nobody knows much and what's going on, and it's just totally not the case. And when I came back, I was so excited to show my friends and everything, and they're excited for me, but at the same time, they're like, well, is it really what you thought? Maybe this is just, you're just too excited about this, and they still think, well, I'll never go there because it's too dangerous, or I don't want to get kidnapped, and I think it's probably like Mexico, and it's what I see on the TV, and it's almost like these are people I've known my whole life and everything, and I know they mean well, but they kind of have an ignorance like the people in the cave did, and it's just, yeah, it's interesting. And Plato kind of put that as, that's how it is being a philosopher at that time, is it's free thinking, and that people are doing well, and they mean well, but they're afraid at some points of danger, or something different, really, to go out, and if it's not safe, it's not comfortable, and it could be dangerous, and just something different, And that's what's interesting to me, and I think that's how it compares with a lot of stuff going on in my life. And I think really you can kind of look at that as Plato. You know, I mean, yeah, it's kind of like being a celebrity, and celebrities kind of high on their horses sometimes, but really it's kind of like when you're so delved into culture, and even as maybe like sociologists live, when they see how people react on the news to something, or you know, where people actually live, you know, like whether you're from the South or you're from the North, the East, the West, you perceive everybody else, but you're like, oh, I'll never go there. Or some people here, you know, even my family at some points are like, I'll never go to California. It's dirty and everything. And then you got the people from California like, oh my gosh, I'll never go to the Midwest. It's honky tonk. And, you know, until you go there and you experience, you don't know. And then when you come back and those people are still their friends, your family. And you know, you can't really judge them for it, but at the same time you want to enlighten them, but you at the same time, another point, you're kind of like, wow, you're kind of ignorant, you know. But that's my comparison to my life with Plato's story and his analogy of the cave and just his experience as a philosopher. And I guess I'm not anywhere near on the level of most people that travel and everything like that. I've only been out of the country one time. So it was really I would still not say a shocking experience, but it's more of an enlightening experience. I mean, I met my wife, but I also was there to experience Brazil, and I didn't just stay in a hotel or go to tourist. I actually more was there as someone, an experience of living there in the course of a little over a week, though. That's it for me. See ya.